Welcome back. In this lesson, we will learn how to sell our products using Doliver. The process of selling products in Doliver, it depends on how you run your business, but it gives you a variety of options. You can start with the proposal, then you can make it like an invoice or order, then you have to collect the payment. Also, Doliver gives you the ability to skip the proposal step, in the cycle and selling product cycle. It depends on how you are running your business. Let's go and see how can we sell product to our customers by going to commercials. Okay, here in the user menu we can see we have commercial proposals, we have customer orders. Let's say that we will start with the commercial proposals. We will click on new proposal. Here, as you can see, in new commercial proposal creation page, we can find the information about our proposal. You have the reference, which is still drafting. We are drafting the reference customer. You can enter the code you want. Your customer, we will write what we have this, John, let's say. The date of this commercial proposal, it's today date. You can change that by clicking on this, okay? The validity duration, for how long this commercial proposal is valid, for 15 days, for 9 days, for 1 day. It depends on you and your agreement with your customer. The payment terms, when your customer is obligated to pay for his order or her order. You can choose from here upon delivery, within 30 days, within 60 days. It depends. The payment type, how your customer gonna pay for this proposal once he order it, through bank transfer, through cash, a check, credit card, debit card. You can choose, let's say, cash. The source is about how did you get this opportunity to create a commercial proposal for your customer. Was it a fax campaign? Was it an employee? Was it an email campaign? You can choose. Okay, and then the availability delay. Products that the customer is showing interest in. When can you provide the customer with the products of interest? Within 1 week, within 2 weeks? Is it immediate? You have it already in your stock? You can choose, let's say it's an immediate. The shipping method, we will through transporter, for example. The delivery date will be by the end of the month. Here, document templates of Doliver. Then we will create a draft. Now we can see we have created our commercial proposal. Here you can find the information of the commercial proposal, okay, that we have created just a while ago. The contacts, addresses, here you can see the people involved in this proposal, in this commercial proposals. The user who created this proposal and the third party who is interested in our product. Note, if any notes, the linked files. Doliver already created, you can see here, already created the file. We can open it, okay. This is the template for the commercial, for the commercial proposal, which we can send to the customer, to our customer, after adding the products with the prices. The log. Here you can see who users worked on this commercial proposal. Let's go back to the proposal card, and we can hear from this section within the page, we can add the products we want to show on our proposal. Two options to add your products. The first option is not a predefined entry. That means you didn't enter the product information within your product, within Doliver. You didn't register your product. You choose this option if you don't have a predefined product within Doliver. And we will choose a product. We will write a description. Let's say test. Okay, the sales tax, what rate? Let's say 0. The unit price is 40, for example. The quantity is 1. Reduction, I'm not offering him any discount on this product. I will click on add. As you can see here, the product has been added. And if we check the document, the linked file. Let's open it. As you can see, the product has been added with the unit price, the quantity, the sale tags, and the total here. Now after we've added our product, we will validate this commercial proposal by clicking on validate. Are you sure you want to validate this commercial proposal under the name, this name? Yes. Now we can see that we have validated our commercial proposal. Now after we validated the proposal, we have multiple options. We can send email, we can set accepted or refused, we can modify it. If let's say the customer, he want to add some products, he want to remove some products, we can modify the proposal and resend it again. We can send email. By sending an email, this document, the developer auto-generated document, will be sent to our customer based on the data, the email address in the third-party card that we've entered when we created the third party. Now let's say that this customer has accepted our offer. We will set accepted, set the status to signed, not accepted. Okay, not signed, that means he didn't accept the offer, our quotation. Then we will click on yes. As you can see, now the options for this commercial proposal has changed again. We can reopen it, we can send it with the email, we can create an order for this proposal. Okay, we can create an invoice or a credit note, we can classify the bill. The reopen, that means we want to reopen this commercial proposal. The customer has decided that he wants to modify some things, and we decided to offer this customer an extra, let's say, discount. We want to change this commercial proposal. We reopen it and we modify it. Then we send it to the customer again. If he accepted it, we can then again set it to be accepted. Send email, again we can send it this document to our customer via email. We can create an order. Let's create an order. Now it brought us to create order page. Again, you have the draft, the reference customer. The customer, you can see here all the information. It was like pulled out of the commercial proposal into create an order page by developer automatically. So we can see all of the information we've already entered within the commercial proposal came here, and then we will create a draft. That's all we have to do. It will take us to customer order draft. Okay, and as you can see, you have the products already here and everything is here, the contact, the address, the shipment. The shipping method will be transporter, as we entered already in the commercial proposals. The notes, we said it's accepted as we wrote it when we accepted the offer. The linked files, you will have the order. Now if we go back to the order card, we can validate the order. It's right. Okay, are you sure you want to validate this order? Okay, now after we validated, we can see that our options have been changed. Again, we can create a shipment, okay, or we can classify it as delivered. We can create an invoice, we can classify it billed. Okay, let's see the document here. Let's open it. Now this is the order. Now as you can see, we have created the order for our customer through Deliver automatically. We can send this document if we want to send it by email. Now let's say the customer has paid us the amount, the $40, and we want to create an invoice. We simply click create invoice, and as you can see here, we have the new invoice page. The invoice will be a draft for the customer John. It will be standard invoice or a down payment invoice. Let's say it's a standard invoice. The invoice date will be today. Payment terms due upon recipient or upon delivery, upon order. It will be cash. Which bank account I will account for cash. Okay, then I will create the draft. Once I created the draft, Dolibar will take me to the customer invoice draft page. Here now in the draft page, I can see the options either to ticket it, to validate it, to clone it, to convert it to a template invoice. Let's say I want to validate. Okay, yes, I want to validate. Now after I validate the invoice, again the options for this invoice have Dolibar has changed, updated, and I will enter the payment, invoice date, it was cash, account for cash. Okay, here down the page I will enter he paid it in full. I will enter 40. Okay, then classify paid all standards, down payment or replacement invoice entirely paid. If I classify this invoice as paid, this will tell developers that this page has been fully paid. So it will not have like a remaining payment or an extra amount to be received. We have received all of the amount within this invoice. We will click on this, classify as paid, then we will pay the invoice. Dolibar will ask us, payment received from the customer. Do you confirm that payment on board for 40 US dollars? All the invoice will be automatically stated to paid. Yes, I validated. Yeah, I received the $40. Okay. Now we can see that this has been paid. Remaining unpaid is 0. The billed amount is 40. Already paid 40. So now we can see that this invoice has been fully paid. We can send the invoice by email. Let's see it here. Here is our invoice that we can send to our customer. Okay, the payment is cash on order, and as you can see, the payment already done, paid on this date and this amount with this time. And now by paying our customer paying his invoices, his bills, we close the cycle of product selling. Let's say let's go to the bank in cash, okay, which we the account cash. We recorded this movement, this transaction on account cash. Let's go to the bank account to check it. Account cash. If we go to bank entries, here we go. You can see the first transaction is for John, and it's a credit of $40, and it has been received already and logged on this date, the invoice date. So now we really closed the product selling cycle. And now let's say that we don't want to create like a commercial proposals. We don't want to go through all that process. We just want to pay directly to create an invoice for our customer directly without going through all that process. Let's go back to commercial, and then in the customer order, then here in this page we will fill the order information and continue from here by creating the invoice and then paying the invoice. And that's all how you can create the invoices for your products for your customers. There is another way, which is through the point of sale, which we will explain later in this course, where the point of sale type of payment will be like direct. You don't have to go through all of these things. You can directly just place your order and then create the invoice for your customer, and that's all. We will explain this later. Until then, thank you. See you on the next lesson.